Hello. Today let's go over fetal circulation. Now, before moving on to fetal circulation, let's just recap about normal circulation of the heart. So, here are the 4 chambers. Just a schematic diagram. Right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, left ventricle. Right. So, normally what happens? Right ventricle, right, lead to pulmonary arteries. Pulmonary arteries will go to lungs. Lungs will then give oxygenated blood to left atrium to left ventricle to through aorta go to the body, and through the venous system everything will come back by IVC, SVC to the right atrium. Right. So, why do we need a fetal circulation? That is different from adult circulation because lungs are not functional. Right, inside the womb the lungs are filled with fluids and there is no circulation, so the fetus will get all the oxygen from blood from the placenta. Now, placenta is connected to the baby via 2 umbilical arteries and 1 vein. Okay. So, with this in mind, we'll start making the fetal circulation. Now, fetal circulation will have these parts. Right. Right atrium, left atrium, right ventricle, left ventricle. This is foramen ovale. Okay. Foramen ovale is actually the gap between the first septum and septum secundum. So it will be like this. As long as right atrial pressure is more than left atrial pressure, the blood will flow. If and when the left atrial pressure will increase, this will close. Okay. Just keep it at that. Right. The pulmonary arteries is connected to aorta with ductus arteriosus. Okay. And then in the liver area there is the umbilical vein will connect to ductus venosus, will connect to IVC. There is bypass of the portal circulation. Right. So let's see. Now, blood from umbilical vein, the oxygenated blood will come to the ductus venosus and to inferior vena cava to left atrium. Most of it will get shunted via foramen ovale to right atrium, foramen ovale to left atrium. Rest right ventricle and left ventricle. Right. Now, right ventricle will pump to pulmonary arteries, but the lung pressure is so high, so pulmonary artery majorly all the blood will go to aorta via ductus arteriosus. It will not go to lungs. Right. These are all the 3 changes. These are all the 3 differences. Right. From left ventricle, this will flow to aorta. Aorta will receive blood from the right ventricle. This will all go to the system, and some of it will go to the umbilical arteries. Okay. What happens when there is birth and then there is the first cry? As soon as the child cries, lungs open up. Pulmonary arterial pressure decreases significantly. Soon as the pulmonary artery pressure decreases, right, the right atrial pressure decreases, the left atrial pressure increases, right. There is functional or physiological closure of foramen ovale. Foramen ovale will still be there, but it won't be working because, as I already told you, there is the difference in the septum foramen secundum, that only this way is allowed. If this pressure increases, this will be like a closed door, one-way valve, and it will then, over 2 to 3 weeks, there will be complete closure or anatomical closure. As now the pulmonary arterial pressure decreases, there is no need to shunt, so the ductus arteriosus will slowly have no flow and it will close. If this persistent, it is known as persistent ductus arteriosus, related to PDA, right? And where does the ductus venosus join? The ductus venosus joins at the second part, so like the arch of aorta, right? This is the first. It will lead to the right brachiocephalic trunk, and then the left subclavian, left common carotid, and at this point the ductus arteriosus will join. So only the right upper limb will not have shunted blood. What all is there? And all of the umbilical vein plus the ductus venosus will close, as there is no flow in umbilical vein. Okay? That is all about the fetal circulation.